All right, this is Black Knight. Just checking the live streams. I'm running ahead a bit more time, so try to get a Spitfire hop, get a fight with some lines off the hands, pick a fight again. Coffee hop. Those of you joining me, just hit that like button and subscribe. I'm going to show you how to take off in a squadron. I'm going to hit my escape key and I'm going to jump to the other page. Since I'm in the hurricane at Gravesend, I've got to hit exit the aircraft. Once I exit the aircraft, I'm going to grab Biggin Hill Air Base. And I'm going to go line abreast and I'm going to change my aircraft. I'm going to grab the Spitfire 1100. And if you don't know how to fly the Spitfire 1100, it'll be a good lesson today in understanding this early Spitfire. I get my loadout, guns, my convergences are set. I need to select my bullet loadout. And I'm going to hit apply. I'm going to put 3 planes in flight 1 and 3 planes in flight 2 to get a total aircrafts. I've got a total of 6. In the game, it'll either give you the max aircrafts and give you this secondary box, or if it just gives you 1 plane to create, then that's all you get. So when I come in, I got about a minute to throw my throttle forward, prop pitch forward, and radiator forward, so that when I hit my toggle AI key to allow the AI to take off, I'm sad that I have to do it that way, but that's just the way it is. All right, I'm going to hit create, and I'm going to switch scenes and everything forward and give command of my plane to toggle AI. Now my guys are going to taxi, take off, give me a chance to drink my coffee a little bit. Started to again, call signs Black Knight. While I'm in that position, go to my YouTube channel. Kind of on right now, but I'm checking guys. Everything good. Fire Squadron flight. Good. That's playing. Good to go. Now I just need to get this bird in the air. Get my day started. And besides Black Knight, thank you for joining me on my YouTube channel. Pretty much broadcast a lot of the. If I get a chance and I've got a little bit of time left, I get a little bit of a time this morning. I'll jump online in instant action of a Spitfire in yes against a couple of 9s, just to give you the game's type of fast action. And just fly a mission in TS. I do fly both. If you're wondering what I've got on my hat, that's called tracked IR. It basically tracks my head. So basically when I look down, look right, look out the backside, I basically have my head in the fight. Friday, ready to get rocky. have to drop your prop pitch to 0 in 100. Have to drop it. Run it like a coarse and fine pitch. Run it like a fine pitch. So you took off in fine pitch. Now I'm in. And I'm just flying it like it's a fine pitch. Alright, so I'm just waiting for you guys to then start to tag along. And that's Jimmy. The other thing about Flight Sim is that you learn a lot about the area that you much simulating in. For example, I know that that's the Thames estuary. I know I'm flying east. I know that this place up here is London. Okay. Flying out the Thames estuary, flying east, flying cliffs, Beachy Head, south, somewhere off in that region. Isle of Wight there with the radar and down in that area. Learned a lot of the geography as you played flying. I know flying to France and fly up. I'm going to pick the flight this 9s. Normally I bomber hops, but I've been itching to get back in this early Spitfire and see if I can get good on my convergence thing for that. Getting the kill shots that I want and knocking 9 out of the air. Or, sorry, I'm on you. I apologize. On a live. I'm going to work on unaliving the plane. Not necessarily the pilot. But on a live plane. Again, I've not done anything with my prop pitch. It'll come up as I'm going to move my guys in big nation. Get them linked up to my left and right. Now, if you're flying a squadron hop, I'm going to bring up the map. Put up bigger guys. I'm going to zoom in off the coast. It is there. I'm going to hit my grab a flag, and I'm going to place that flag off the coast. I'm going to make that waypoint in aircraft. And I'm just going to hit enter. As you know, underneath the aircraft, I have a free hunt icon. Once I get over there, my guys will be active and ready to engage. Again, call signs Black Knight, welcome to my YouTube channel. That's going to me. The Squadron sweep with Spitfires to see if I can pick a fight with some 109 or E3 interceptors. Let's get in a scrap. Got my number 3, number 2 catching up, catching up. Program, fellas, and out. Out dancing. Squadron is on. I like this flight sim because it has a good representation of planes and a good simulation. 90% of what's in the cockpit, I'd say about 80 to 90% of what's in the cockpit is clickable. So I can adjust my cockpit, I can turn sight, turn it on. Since I use a touchscreen overlay, I can actually in the cockpit, like turning on that gun sight, on that gun sight. Ready to go pick a fight with some German 109s. Shout out to all the guys that live in Croyden. Young men that signed up starting at age 7 RAF pilots. And the young men that decided that gain civility in our world. Sad that we have to gain some civility. But again, part of sad that things very conflict because of logic and reason. I'm gonna get up now in about 60,000. I'm gonna be a little bit more snappier in this fight. This up a couple of times yesterday evening in the broadcast, but I just wanted to see if you don't fly to your edge. My gunnery has gone down. My wittedness as far as being snappy and staying on top of the situation that might be occurring. Learning to take a shot, a good shot, getting off target, flying, making sure that somebody's not coming in to bounce me. I got bounced maybe about 4 or 5 times last night. I was getting picked off. That my quick-wittedness in this game, because I've been flying a lot of bombers lately, I've lost a lot of the edge in dogfight skills. Crazy thing about simulation, kind of why a lot of guys do racing simulation and they constantly do it, because they're constantly trying to stay on the edge. Same thing with or even the modern planes, CS. I'm more of a piston air person. There's a lot of guys that are jumping on the box buying Korea. Not my cup of tea. Box, Battle of Stalingrad. Not my favorite simulation. Really not my favorite simulation. My favorite simulation puts it over to CS box. Those are the 3 top dogs if you want to really get into flight simulation. I believe Cliffs has complete theaters. I think DTS has good flight models. Their damage model is always improving. But in DCS, you don't have complete theater. I love the complete clickable cockpit in DCS. I love that I have to start the plane up proper. Those are things. Alright, I'm going to get on my YouTube on my phone. So I can just get to the chat. I can enter hello. Alright. So got the chat up, so if you do get on YouTube, I should have a live chat. Try to change the timeline on my chat that it stays up a little bit longer. how long it stays on. Or could just make it stay on ever and not have a timer. I'm gonna fly over there and pick a fight. Check my altitude right now. Currently at 11,000. I'm gonna be at about 15,000, 16,000 feet when I go to the KG times. So if you join me on the YouTube channel, just make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. I'm not looking to really monetize, but it would be nice in the PayPal and PayPal and it would help me keep the server up and running. Just need to check something really quick. Sorry, I looked down and away and raised my head. I don't even know how to do Patreon, but I do have a PayPal account. Some money supposed to be freed up by 7 on my PayPal account. Hey, not cool. Thank you. Great. Appreciate it. And I do have some really good followers. That's stream into productive and get my head free again. So I got my number 2, so I got 3 in a Vic by 3. So Germans coming out in a 2x2. I could switch these guys into bigger. I could go tab 1 and change the location bigger. Give them a spacing of near. Maybe might move a bit better. And make sure my record contacts is on. So I go to air navigation. It's air targets, yes. Contacts, make sure that's turned on. Sure I get command of my wingman when I get into the fight. As you notice, if you hit your tab key, that's what gives you your menu up to the left. You have radar under tab position. You gotta select this fast station. You gotta get a hold of the tower to basically get that. Either find an enemy or friendly contacts. Right now I know if I push it into any sector along the French coast on Warbirds and Croyden, they'll run into contacts. There are patrols. I've got to increase that. Light. In the PvE mission I will be adding bomber flights and attacks, trying to find those that are historical, like flying Agler tag. I really would love bomber squadrons to really build up over, because you have the ability to fly a bomber squadron over for the German side. Ju-87 dive bombing, perfect. Ju-88 formation flying and high altitude bombing, perfect. BF-110s, low level shipping attacks, low level attacks, dropping bombs. The plane in the German arsenal that is or has problems with HE-11, which if you go to the Listen Over Discord, I've posted a few videos on all my hops. I've posted a lot of stuff online. I will be posting this video on the ATEC forum. So, flying my older Spitfire Mark 100s. If you notice, I've got 0 pounds on the pitch, but yet I'm at 2,800 RPMs and I'm at 3/4 throttle. I want to pay attention to just your throttle flying to 100. The only time you use or want to boost your pitch is if you really want to climb on a 109. You have to be very careful. It's about maybe a 3-second go, maybe 5 at the most, that you can run your RPMs up to 3,400. But once you do it and you go for it, then you got to drop it right back down. You got to go for it for about a count of 5, and you got to drop your pitch back down. That's how you fly the Spitfire 100 octane plane. Fly at 0 pounds pitch. On your prop pitch, it's at 0%, and you just gotta manage your throttle all the time. All right, I'm gonna get engaged here in just a minute with the 9s. At a pretty good altitude, 15,000. About co-out, start climbing a little bit more. Get my last swig of coffee before I have to stay sharp and snappy. 109 pilots in here are humanized. The intercepts are all humanized, the controls are all humanized. There's a variety of skill sets in these guys. They are not all aces. Some of them have good vision, some of them don't have good vision, some of them have good gunnery, some of them have good gunnery. Alright, I just popped to the coast for these guys. I know I hit fine, I know they're struggling. Oh, there they are. Alright, let's get into this fight. Run my throttle up to about, giving me 80% or 80%, giving me about 800 RPMs. My radiator is, I could chop it to 50%. See if my guys do a decent job of gauging. Gotta watch that other two that I left. I'm looking for a good shot, and then I'm looking to get off target. already on me. Shit. In a fight again. Ouch. Didn't get oiled. I'm okay. Just always wonder where my wingman is. Sometimes I wonder, not oiled, in my oil pans, but I'm not leaking glycol. So my plane is just taking some body hits. Not showing any of the damage. Oh, you could break when you... Oh, shit. Another one. He's a little bit of a shot. Shot over my head. Come on, fellas. I feel like I'm the only guy in this fight. That's gonna hurt. Damn it. As you can see, my screen turned red. I'm bloodied. Not out of the fight though. The time I gotta worry is if I take an engine hit. Ah, man. I'm getting smoked this morning. Not a good fight. I almost need to cut tail and run. Yeah, you got my wing. Where the hell are you? Now I'm oiled. I might as well start running home. As you can see, my screen is black. It means it gave me an engine shot. I might as well dive to the deck and hit my tail home. I did not fare well in that contest. My engine's probably going to die on this flight trying to get back to Hawkins, White Cliffs, and on my tail. That's the one thing that trying to get a good mix and a good shotgun shot. That looks like I'm gonna have to get a fishing trawler to get me because my plane is beginning to die. Yep, starting to get the shakes in my Mosa stick, which gives me feedback. Like I said, even Squadron planes are not easy. Well, I've gone for a swim, so I'm gonna hit escape. I could grab my number 2 and get back into this fight. Well, I guess not. Let me grab the next guy. Let me get back. So I've got my number 2. Make sure that my if I can get back in this fight. Oh, I got one as well as me. Yeah, if you take 6 out, you have access to all 6. Okay, I'm using my prop pitch. Run my RPMs up higher, trying to stay in this climb. They are they're tough. I'll admit that. Ain't rookies. Live pilots, if I had a series of 6 live pilots, might even be a different fight. Taking some long shots, you know that someone just wasted bullets. Hitting drugs here. 109s are cleaning up. I got set nose. 109s really fly well in wingman pairs. Sister coming back in to heal me. Yeah, there he is. There's got to be a lot more than just this 6. I must have squadron planes count well. Gunnery night coming. I know somebody's gonna bounce. Well, I am not. I lost an aileron and I'm oiled. I'm not faring well at all in the fight. I think I not only sprung my 9s, but I count both. Well, this plane is done. And it looks like I might as well. This is Black Knight. I thought I'd have a better morning. Better go back to the practice route and get a little better. That was quite terrible. Anyways, not to end the broadcast, I said I would do DCS this morning. I'll just do an instant action at DCS. Minutes. I'll be right back. I wish DCS did have. I do have a server for DCS, but I'm just gonna do a Normandy 2.0, and I think I did the channel. Yeah, 2v2. Two Spitfires versus two 109s. I'll load that up, give you a different look at the other flight sim that I enjoy to play. We do have a Warbirds Prey server for DCS. Needs to be updated. I'll try to update it this morning and get it back online. But this is DCS, a lot different. All right, now I should have two 109s right off my nose. Just going to do a little quick engagement. Let's see if I fare any better in this contest. I've lost total sight of these guys. Whoa, just tried to bounce me. I think that's my teammate. Oh, geez, man, I'm really having a bad morning. I'm on fire, so I might as well eject. Let me run that again. Not having a good morning, even in DCS. All right, here we go. Loss, when you lose contact of them visually, you're going to be in trouble in a fight. All right, here we go. Took some shots at that guy. All right, I'm not going to. Blacked out? Man, I am really having a bad morning. I'm blacked out in that turn, pulled way more than 7 Gs. Get my plane back. I have no idea now in the fight where I'm at. Blacked out again. Pulling too tight G's. I've got to get out of gray mode. Get my head back. Alright, I got a contact over the coastline. Engage that person. Yeah, 109. Nope, Spitty. Backslash F1, F2, F8. Get him engaging. I have no idea where the 109s are. I would like to see a little bit more graying out in blacking out in DCS. I think it's a little on the instant side. There we go. Yeah, 109. Missed that shot. Watch out for the wake turbulence. Got some hits. Ah, come on. Ah, good hits. Now he's leaking glycol or fuel. Superficial damage. Getting hits. He's on fire. All right, peeling off. I have no idea where his little friend is. Looking. Looks like I don't have another character. I don't know if that's my guy leaking or the 109. That looks like my other Spitfire. All right. So that's DCS. Instant action, quick 109 fight. I'll do one more since I got a little bit of time left before I jump off here. I'll do one more fight. Let me get into this fight a little quicker if I can. Oh, come on, Knight. Cannon shells have more of effect. I'm right in his wake. 109s love to drag. I have to reset my guns on this one. I put that right in this freaking engine. Alright, I'm going to break off of him and check my 6. Alright, well, that's DCS and Cliffs. DCS, everything in the cockpit is clickable. It is VR supporting. Cliffs is working on their VR support, their upgrade to their scenery, all their 4K stuff. All right, this is Black Knight signing out. Gave you the 2 favorite flight sims I like to play. All right, you guys have a great day. Enjoy Friday, rolling into the weekend.